I come from a small town in a part of Nigeria, but I've always seen myself as trying to go out of that place to broaden my horizon and know a bit about the world. Let me say in both cases, both 2013 and 2016, we seem to have been caught off guard, not necessarily by the crisis, but by the severity of it. For both events, I was here on the ground and I was personally here. For the 2013, the first few hours, I was one of those who I stood at the gate up to the night, directing people to go into this area and then going around at that night with a bullhorn, telling them that you are okay, you can stay here, we'll provide you with water, we don't have much more. So at that level, it was quite an experience for me. In February 2016, we had the attack on the POC site in Malakal. Then we had the fighting that broke out in June in Wau, and then before we now had the July incident. So there was quite a number of challenges in terms of the mandate in that year. And the expectations was on the mission to be able to perhaps do much more than we did. But of course, we leave that to others to make an assessment whether we could have done much better. For 2016, with all the fighting that was going on around here, I was very much concerned about the safety of the staff. And then, of course, we lost a few peacekeepers. I saw the trauma directly affecting so many of my staff. Quite a number of colleagues who took a personal decision to not continue here. Well, COVID, of course, had a profound impact on all of us. I mean, COVID had an impact on everybody in the society, and here in Juba or in South Sudan, it had an impact on the mission and South Sudanese citizens generally. Of course, the initial reports of incidents in Juba or in South Sudan led to the stigmatization of the UN and this. So that was a very difficult period for us to get over. Personally, I would have found it difficult to be out there stuck and then knowing that my staff here were trying to address all the issues. It's time-consuming and energy sapping, but I think there's no substitute for being on the ground to really understand. So you see the impact of what is on ground, you appreciate the challenges, and then you hope you can also help to provide solutions, or if solutions are on the way, to help to hasten the implementation. So, and one thing I also find out when I go to the field everywhere is I'm humbled by the dedication, the commitment of the team in the field, and the enthusiasm with which they do their work despite the difficult conditions. Peacekeeping has evolved a lot, especially since the end of the Cold War, and with the emergence of so many of these intrastate conflicts. What I can say, especially for the POC mandate, is that whereas it is very laudable and is very desirable, it's always not possible for missions to meet that aspirations. It's been a challenge because the nature of the situation is that peacekeeping itself presumes that there is a peace to keep. So if there is no peace to keep, asking the UN or the peacekeeping mission to protect civilians means that they will have to really effectively protect civilians, that they have to be ready to take on either an armed group or even the state. And that is not the whole concept of peacekeeping. As a leader, you don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to be an expert in all areas, but just know how you can try to find where the answers are and admit it also when you don't have the answers. When you have self-doubt, you try as much as possible to admit at least. Self-introspection is something I always try to do. As I'm living now, what I'm most afraid of is feeling feeling unwanted or feeling irrelevant. I want to travel if I can, but of course there's a limit to that. But I'm hoping one of the things I really want to do if I have the opportunity is to have maybe join an organization or join an outfit that deals with trying to address the issue of environmental pollution, especially the problem of plastics waste.